Hello and welcome. I am Rultra and today I am continuing to build my world of angels, named Divum. Specifically, I want to flesh out a bit how these angels came to be. A quick recap. Divum is like Earth but has a higher air pressure due to a higher quantity of air. Divum also has shorter days, longer years and is a bit colder than Earth. Now, there will be a myriad of other mythical creatures on Divum, like centaurs, dragons, griffins, giant spiders, and other weird creatures that I might talk about in future episodes. Anyway, similar to Earth, Divum would have a Pangea-like stage where almost all its land is part of one large continent. The continent will then split apart into more landmasses over a large amount of time, to eventually have three large continents and millions of islands. So many islands, in fact, that they would collectively make up around half the planet's dry ground. This will be happening slowly in the background in slow motion while the angels are evolving. Not all my fictional worlds feature evolution, but on this fictional world, evolution is an observed phenomenon. For the most part, the evolutionary tree on Divum would look like what you'd expect. This is way oversimplified, so keep that in mind, but basically how evolution works here is it takes an organism, produces thousands of small random variations on the design, then kills almost all of them, then takes the few who survive and repeats the process over and over and over again. The first main difference on Divum is that the vertebrate that first adapted to land was hexapedal instead of quadrupedal, which means that it had 6 limbs instead of 4. This obviously excludes direct extensions of the spine, namely the head and tail. Basically what this means is that large animals on land have 6 limbs. These animals would act the same as those we are accustomed to, but would have 2 extra limbs, which would allow for some interesting body plans like griffins, centaurs, and eventually angels to exist. Speaking of which, if you have some idea of a weird creature that you think may be right at home on Divum, hit me up either in the comments or DM me on Twitter at @Rultra. There should be a link in the description. Okay, so our definition of an angel is a humanoid with feathered wings. Feathers are a very peculiar biological feature, however, and the kind not easily to evolve independently many times over, especially on the same planet. Feathers are amazing insulation, however, very good at keeping heat in and water out. Divum being a bit colder than Earth exerts a bigger general pressure to evolve good insulation. On Earth, the first real feathers were those of dinosaurs and proto-dinosaurians. Fun fact, all dinosaurs likely had feathers instead of hair. So our angels would be descended from Divum's equivalent of feathered dinosaurs. Before they were extinct, non-avian dinosaurs covered a huge range of niches on Earth, from plant-eating grazers like cattle to ambush predators like cats, to the one we're interested in, tree-dwelling opportunists like monkeys or squirrels. Angels would eventually evolve from one of these species in a similar fashion to how humans evolved from monkeys and birds evolved from something similar. As they are evolving, they would slowly spread to more and more islands and take over the world, basically. Okay, so that is how angels evolved on Divum. Now, I'd like to give a special thanks to Mariske, who proofreads the scripts of these videos and helps me sound less confusing.